Hey y'all, it's Lindsey. We are on my back patio right now. Back deck? I don't know. Anyway, it was gorgeous outside today, so I thought I would come out here. What is the temperature? It's not quite 60 degrees yet. It's glorious. I love this right here. Early, like late summer mornings when you need a long sleeve shirt, but you can still wear shorts, and then it's gonna get hot in the afternoon. I love that. That reminds me of like going to swim team as a kid. My voice is still like doing its vocal checks, you know, first vocal check, second vocal check, that kind of thing, which is why I sound a little groggy. I've already been managing food for people this morning and it's just now 7 a.m. Typically that's not the case, but my husband had to do an earlier flight this morning, so I had to get him some food packed up to go. Already dealing with the foods, I kind of feel like, oh, I should probably also eat, but I kind of don't want to eat, but I don't know how I'm feeling. And so I just got the girls sorted out with their breakfast. They typically don't eat this early, but that's what they wanted to do. So I'm just going to roll with it. And I have my black coffee right here. It is just so nice out here. Oh my stars. I stinking love it. I'm so looking forward to winter here and seeing how the sunrises and sunsets look in the winter time here. They're gorgeous in the summer, more so the sunsets on the front side of the house versus the sunrises. But I'm so excited about like winter sunrise. So pretty. Okay. Today we just have a whole lot of like lesson work to manage. I actually really have a desire to get a bunch of prep work done as far as I need to make more baking blend. I told you in my last What I Eat in a Day video, I think, that my oldest is really getting more and more involved in shuffling how she eats food so she can learn more about nutrition and things like that. And so we've been baking a lot with my homemade baking blend. I have a few ideas of things that I would like to get done, but the reality is that caring for the family comes first. Managing homeschool lessons comes before that. And yeah, so all right, we have rambled on for far too long. Be blessed. And I'm going to pop back inside, see if any of the girls need anything, get started on a chore or two perhaps. I'm going to go ahead and make some egg yolk waffles today. I actually do mine my own way. I made a bunch of egg white wraps and I saved all my yolks. So here we go. But I also managed to bust a couple of the yolks. So there is some egg white happening in here. Not sure how much, but that's 7 yolks and probably 1.5 egg whites. Let's see, I'm going to do about 1/2 teaspoon of some baking powder. And cinnamon toast MCT oil powder is not my favorite. Can we possibly focus, camera? There it is. This one is not my favorite, especially in drinks. However, when Neely said to test it out in the egg yolk waffles, I did, and it is so much more palatable for me. So I will put 1 scoop of this into my mixture here, my batter, I guess I would call it. And I do need to go melt up some butter. Butter is melted. Of course, I made a giant mess. It's my fault for not having a larger bowl. All right, not displeased with that. I need spray. I have a hot iron. I like to spray the bottom, disperse the batter. And then I spray the top and let it go. I'm gonna go clean all this. There's definitely some height to these dudes, but they will fall, and that will be a bit of sadness. These are looking lovely. Let's flip them over. My waffle iron likes to have a hot spot. I'm sure if you've had a larger, whoo, that busted up, a larger waffle iron similar to this, you've had similar observations. No, come back. Okay. And you, excuse me, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna let that continue for just another minute or two, and then we should be able to plate. I have about 1, maybe 2 swallows of coffee left in this very sad cup, so I need to refill that. Here are my 4 waffles. I put 2 tablespoons approximately of butter between all of these. I'm gonna go chow, and I'll see you when I have more food. I literally just stood here watching a YouTube video while inhaling those waffles. I did refill my coffee, and I took about 3 sips of that. These waffles with the cinnamon toast MCT oil powder is not overpowering at all, and it's a fantastic way for me to use that product, not waste that. But like I said, it's not my favorite. Strawberry is 100% my favorite MCT oil powder, and I don't want to use that on waffles because I use that so many other places. Do I have butter all over my face? Is that a thing? Just saving it for later, people. That's not real. Okay, phone, check. Lens cap, check. Coffee, check. All right, we gotta go start some school lessons. Hey girls.
Yes.
Y'all ready to start some Greek? It's Greek to me. I am back. How's it going? We have accomplished piles of schoolwork. I have fed my children lunch, which is great because the little one has quote unquote been starving since about 10:15 a.m., which happened to be about 17 seconds after she got to have a snack. So she must be going through a growth spurt. I have had only those waffles so far, and I still feel comfortably full from that. But we need to go run a couple of errands, and I am going to take with me some coffee here. And I started doing something for myself to simplify my life. And I started freezing coconut oil and butter mixed together so I could easily plop one of these little guys. And this is actually just straight from the fridge. I froze them so that it would happen faster. But then anyway, refrigerator. I just like to, ooh, sorry, dropping the camera. Plop a little guy down in there and see how long it comes back up. Oh, look at that. It loves the coffee. Precious. Anyway, that has simplified my evening high-fat coffee situation and my to-go coffee situation. I would just drink this black, but I do fear getting hungry while we are out and about. So I'm going to make sure to bring fatty coffee with me. I need my little hand blender thing, but it's just so stinking cute. My husband said to me, "Doesn't that make your coffee colder?" And I'm like, yeah, but there are fewer dishes this way. So, and I mean, it's silly because it's just a spoon to dip out some coconut oil and then another one for the butter. But, you know, sometimes I just kind of enjoy the prep side of fooding and whatnot. So that just happened to be the mood I was in when I was making that. So let's really get it blended. All right, I'm gonna go wash this. Can't do that with one hand. And then I am going to check in with you when I have food to eat. Well, we made it back. We survived, but just barely. I tell you what is on my brain right now. It's impossible to find shoes that are a style that will go with a lot of different things for children these days. Everything for girls has to be bedazzled or light up shoes or have some kind of extra embellishments all over it. I just get irritated that I cannot find exactly what I need for the girls. We're kind of on the more minimalistic side when it comes to variety of things. Like we have one pair of like boots in the winter that are like church appropriate, and then we have one pair that are snow play outside appropriate, and then a pair of sandals and a pair of like running shoes, tennis shoes. So it's like we're just real basic on shoes, and they're just last year there were piles and piles of those tan little ankle boots that were not embellished that went with everything, and I can only find one pair in one of my girls' sizes on Amazon for like $50. What is happening to fashion? I can't. Oh my goodness. Okay. I need to prepare some lunch for myself because I can see my brain just starting to deteriorate here. So let me figure out some food and I will share that with you. That's what I'm going to do. So I hit pay dirt for lunch. These are some leftover sour cream chicken enchiladas that I had made earlier this week. And I do have a recipe video showing how I make these. Had about 1.5 of those left, so that's what I shall have for the lunch. And I need some electrolytes. I cannot open these with one hand. I played electrolyte roulette, pulled out some Perfect Keto black cherry. So I'm going to make that in my big old 24-ounce cup here. I typically will use hot water, about 4 ounces or so, when I'm making the Redmond Relight, because that has a more difficult time going through and dissolving in cold water or like faucet temperature water. So that's what I typically do there. But when it comes to the Perfect Keto version of the electrolytes, they don't have as much sodium in them as the Redmond ones. So I don't feel like using the hot water is as necessary, but there we go. My lighting. I've got all the lights off in the kitchen right now, so forgive me. Anyway, so black cherry electrolytes, leftover sour cream chicken enchiladas. I'm starving. I'm gonna go eat this, and I'm gonna manage that fork situation. Yeah. I got hungry, so I microwaved the last of a package of a bacon. This is 5 slices of the Members Mark regular bacon. I did microwave it, which is not usually ideal. However, it is a low mess, fast way to cook the bacon. And once this cools down to a temperature that I can actually consume, I'm going to eat that. Dinner tonight is leftovers. I made chicken fajitas last night with just some colorful peppers, onions, and chicken, and then a homemade fajita blend that I make. Nothing special, not really worth a recipe video. Maybe I should just go through and put a compilation together of all the different seasoning blends that I just make to keep at home instead of having as store-bought. So anyway, I did about 1/6 of a cabbage, sauteed that in a skillet with butter, added my fajita chicken blend, and then I topped it up with a little bit of some pico de gallo and some table cream, some crema mexicana, and that's going to be dinner tonight. Bedtime drink. I have, overfilled my cup here. I did 12 ounces of hot water in my Keurig, and then I did approximately 6 ounces of some of this unsweet coconut milk in my frother here, and I did put one of my little fatty heart deals. It's just butter and coconut oil. I have to label the things so nobody mistakes them as a fat bomb to eat. I mean, you could, but And I used the Perfect Keto. Where's the focus? Come on, camera. There we go. Mexican hot chocolate, beauty and sleep, collagen. I actually only did one of my little hearts, but I'm kind of wondering if I shouldn't do a second one, like drink some of that down and then take a second one and add that there. I don't know. We shall see. All right, so that's going to be the end of it for me. I'm going to go sip on some of this and possibly add an extra fat bomb to it. And I hope to see you in my next video. I can't with my husband. He's ridiculous.